What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Eat Bitch Eat. Choose here. And I have one of my favorite things in the world. One of my favorite pizzas in the world. And that's store-bought Home Run Inn. I've yet to have the restaurant, or go to the actual restaurant because they're in the burbs. Can't get to the burbs. It is a meat lover's pizza. Bacon, sausage, and pepperoni. Yeah. If you've landed on the video and you're like, I don't know who this person is, but I like the thumbnail, or, I like the way, I like Home Run Inn pizza. If you think you might want to, subscribe, I'm trying to be kind of coy with the subscription. I'm still looking for subscribers, at least until the year 2025. Other than that, I have Arizona strawberry, half iced tea, half lemonade. Let's get started. Had a great day at work today. It was not busy, but the work attitude was just perfect. Although, one of my coworkers, I could tell she didn't really want to be there, but her. Hot but good. But we still have fun. Talking about what our favorite movies were or are. I always say Shawshank Redemption, but then, you have to do that based on genre too. One of my coworkers was making the point, which is, I think it's true, because I would never put the following movies on the same tier with Shawshank, but I've seen them multiple times and I think they're really good. These are a couple of comedies, Fridays, okay? Or Friday, I should say. To Wong Fu, Mrs. Doubtfire, not Father the Bride. I think it's called Parenthood. Steve Martin. Poetic Justice. If you're going to do your hood movies, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Poetic Justice. And I still have yet to see Belly. As you can tell, these are all old school movies. She said that her favorite movie, I think her favorite movie is really anything that Martin Lawrence is in, but she says she really loved Bad Boys 2. Have you all seen that? She said it is so good and so funny. I'd like to know if you all have seen any of the movies I mentioned, particularly that one, Bad Boys 2. I think I've seen it. I just don't remember it. I think I've seen the first two Bad Boys, and after that, I just trailed off. I hope you guys can, if you love Home Run Inn pizza, or you've bought the store-bought, frozen, from the frozen part, I hope you understand what I'm tasting right now. I don't know, it's something with that crust, that kind of soft crust that's soft here and kind of hard over here, and that cheese, I think. Another coworker mentioned that his favorite movie was Crossroads with Britney Spears. I've never seen it. I've forgotten that she did a movie. And he has a picture, I don't know how he got it, of the three actresses that star in the movie. It's a scene from the movie, and he captured it, and he has it in a frame at his desk. And I've seen it before, but I never ever thought to ask. I want to talk a little bit about Sunday night's Grammys, which I did tune into. And I usually don't tune into those shows anymore, but I did this time because I needed to know what Beyonce was going to do. And in my quest to find that out, I discovered that there was going to be a 50th anniversary of hip hop performance. So I said, okay, this is why my girl Salt and Pepper are going to be on here. Okay. Try a little ranch. And, well, first, let's just say, Brandy Carlisle, I've heard of the name, but I'm not familiar with the music at all. I'm sure she is a fabulous, artist and performer and singer-songwriter and all of that. But, child, I was like, girl, your song ain't through yet. She was after Bad Bunny, then I think she was the next performer. And I was like, ain't over yet. And this song is about 5 minutes long, and it should have been over 5 minutes ago. But I digress. I don't want to forget anything. Let me talk about Trevor Noah as a host, and there's not much to say. Trevor has a likable personality. I don't know how I feel about him hosting that show. I don't know that I thought he was really all that funny. A couple things, but not really. I would go out on a limb and say that I think they probably have had better hosts. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't a grand slam either for me. And if you guys saw the Grammys, hit me up in the comments, with your thoughts or your thoughts about, what I'm saying here now. What else? The in memoriam part, after the fact, people online were saying how Aaron Carter was completely snubbed out of that category. It seems like somebody is snubbed or disrespected every year on these award shows. I don't really have anything to say about that. I think it's true, but I don't know. It makes me feel like, whoever decides who gets on into that segment, I mean, did they just kind of look at Aaron Carter and think, okay, he wasn't really too much of nothing, or figured, he was, addicted to drugs or whatever. I don't know how he died, but I know he had I know he had some addiction issues. But to me, so is everybody. Half of the hip hop performers on the stage had them too. But I don't know. No, I'm speaking out of my ass, really. But so that was something after the fact that I noticed. I want to talk about my girl Madonna. Before I get into the hip hop performance, I'm talk about Madonna real quick. I didn't know she was gonna be a presenter. I am a huge fan. Most of you all that follow me, you probably know that about me. But I must tell you that as a fan, she is getting on my nerves a little bit. I just wish that she would not succumb to what I feel is a cult of her own self, a cult of her own personality. At this stage in the game, she can't shock anybody anymore. If she shows a little thigh or a little cleavage or whatever, it's considered old hat. And I'm not trying to be ageist or anything like that, because I don't agree with people that attack her age either. But she seems to be primarily the one that is the most uncomfortable with her age, or her age within that industry, and I feel like if you just kind of, there are several other female artists of a certain age who, they're still the shit. They can sell out shows. They're not trying to compete to stay relevant with the younger set. Just kind of be in comfort in your own skin. And speaking of skin, what the fuck is going on with her face? Too much fucking surgery. I tell you, people that do that, I think it just becomes so addicting that enough is never enough. And to me, she just looks like a bloated mess. And I'm saying this as a fan. I want her to get her fucking eyebrows back. I just don't like this look. I respect her artistry, but I don't like the kind of the way she is sometimes when she gets on the mic. Nowadays, I just want people to sing, just perform the music, entertain, and don't do anything else. me. Again, she's my girl. I don't hate her. I hate that she feels like she has to, look a certain way and do her, make these decisions with her body. They're her own decisions. She's a grown woman, and she most certainly don't need my big ass to tell her shit, okay? But she seems to be the one most preoccupied with her age, and she is preoccupied with it by how the decisions she makes with her own body, with her face, and how it comes across. So, and while I do believe there is a healthy amount of ageism against her, I don't think she does herself a service, when she does these things. I don't think she makes the case any better for herself. Now, the hip hop 50th anniversary performance. I love that it was about inclusion. LL Cool J made sure to, kept telling people and drilling into people's heads it was a multi-generational, movement or whatever. I get that. I just gotta say, when the rappers in the 80s and 90s were up there, you just felt it. And yes, I'm speaking as an old school head. I'm speaking as an old school hip hop lover. I think even the most casual observer, if they'd watched that segment and they saw the audience, the energy in the audience when the old school hip hoppers were performing, and then when you got to the new school, the difference was startling to me. Now, I'll go this far. It could be that the difference was notable to me only because my energy level was up when I was, for the first 5 or 10 minutes, however long it took until Future came on, Glorilla, and I don't know who else. But I was just like, my energy level went down. Only because I'm not really familiar with that music. But for somebody who's familiar with their music, they were probably like, oh, all right, But it seemed like they don't make the kind of music. I'm not going to say Glorilla, but a lot of the hip hop today, it seems like they don't make that kind of like badass, danceable music that the people in the 80s and 90s did. They just didn't. They just don't. I'm not saying that there aren't any good ones out there who are, making hip hop today. But my God, when Busta Rhymes got up there and told the audience he wasn't playing with them and got off into that speed rapping, oh my God. Oh, anyway. That was all I needed. They even dug Scarface up. My mind playing tricks on me. A song I did not like when it was out. But to see him up there, I was like, oh man, okay. So, how do I feel? We all know how I feel about Beyonce. And, she's the GOAT. And The View broke down. They kept the show The View. They were talking about how they kept the camera kept panning back to Ben Affleck and J Lo. And he had picked, oh Lord, he didn't want to be there. He wanted to be anywhere else but at that event. And she, I don't know, I feel like they probably had a fight. And he told him, you ain't gonna get none of this stuff tonight. You know, shape up and ship out or whatever. She said, I'm gonna show you what block I'm really from. Keep it up. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and there's a button there. There it is. Okay. Y'all have a good night. See you soon. Bye.